In today's episode of This Week in GRC History, we take a look at Yahoo and the data breach that cost the company upwards of $500 million. The year is 2013 and Marissa Mayer is the CEO of Yahoo. Facebook had gone public the year before, Google just hit revenues of upwards of $50 billion, and the world was coming around in a big way to the idea of social media and search. As all of this was happening, Yahoo, once considered to be the only true rival to Google, acquired Tumblr for $1.1 billion to compete with Facebook, and was having a generally good year. Underneath the surface, however, trouble was brewing, and in a big way. Over the next 2 years, Yahoo would be the victim of not just one, but two of the largest data breaches ever recorded. The first hack occurred in 2013. The story behind the hack remains a mystery. Marissa Mayer even testified before Congress several years later, indicating that Yahoo had been unable to determine who perpetrated the 2013 breach. Over 3 billion Yahoo accounts, or in other words, every single Yahoo user in the world had their data compromised. This included not just names, birthdays, and email addresses, but significantly more sensitive information as well, like passwords, security questions, and answers. The very next year, in 2014, Yahoo was compromised again, this time in a state-sponsored attack featuring Russian national Alexei Belan. What started off as a spear phishing attack quickly led to much more. Alexei installed a backdoor on Yahoo servers that would give him continued access even without the right credentials. And within the year, he stole a backup copy of Yahoo's entire user database and transferred it to his own computer. The database contained names, phone numbers, password challenge questions and answers, and crucially, password recovery mails and cryptographic value unique to each account. Using the last two, Alexei went to work attacking the accounts of specific users at the behest of Russian intelligence. The hackers used stolen cryptographic values called nonces to generate access cookies through a script that had been installed in Yahoo servers, which is to say that the cookies allowed Alexei and his partners free access to any email account that Yahoo had without ever needing a password. Over 500 million accounts were compromised, making it, at the time, the largest data breach of all time. But surely you're asking yourself, if the attack in 2013 was 3 billion people and the attack in 2014 was 500 million people, how could the 2014 attack be the largest data breach of all time? Well, that is an excellent question with a terrible answer. You see, there's one last twist in the story that for all intents and purposes was the final nail in the Yahoo coffin. Ready? The company didn't realize it had been breached for nearly 2 years after the incident. Yahoo officially reported the 2014 breach affecting the 500 million users to the public on September 22, 2016. Yahoo asked their users to change their passwords and invalidate security questions, but for many it was too little too late. 2 months later, in December of 2016, Yahoo disclosed the 2013 breach, first stating that it affected 1 billion users, and a year later correcting that number to be 3 billion users, the largest attack of all time. The financial impact of these attacks was significant. Before the breaches were disclosed, Verizon was in talks to purchase Yahoo for nearly $5 billion. However, once the breaches came to light, Yahoo had to offer Verizon a $350 million discount on the deal. Additionally, Yahoo faced class action lawsuits, resulting in a $117.5 million payout, and was further fined $35 million by the SEC. In total, these events cost Yahoo over $500 million, nearly 10% of its value at the time of the Verizon acquisition. So, what can we learn from this incident? Well, let's start from the beginning. Better employee training and threat detection could have helped avoid the original phishing attack that gave Alexei Belan access to the Yahoo servers. Robust security practices like regular security audits and better encryption would have helped detect the 2013 breach, while a comprehensive incident response plan and timely disclosure would have no doubt reduced the impact of the 2014 breach. That being said, all the way back in 2013, Yahoo did hire a CISO, Alex Stamos. Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer, however, reportedly denied Stamos and his security team sufficient funds to implement the security measures they recommended, and he departed the company by 2015. This speaks to a lack of executive focus on cybersecurity, which was compounded by what many saw as a lack of cybersecurity culture to begin with.